If you eat eggs every day and still feel heavy, bloated, or low on energy, the issue is likely not the food itself, but how you're consuming it. Today, I'm going to show you how to fix those mistakes so you can actually benefit from eggs instead of unknowingly harming your health. Eggs are one of the most complete foods you can eat. They're affordable, easy to prepare, and packed with high-quality protein, essential vitamins, and healthy fats. But here's where most people go wrong. It's not just about eating eggs. It's how you cook them, what you pair them with, when you eat them, and even how you store them. All of this can determine whether they nourish you or lead to inflammation, poor digestion, and long-term health issues. Let me share something I often see in my practice. I remember a patient, Anna, around 55 years old, who ate fried eggs every morning thinking she was making a healthy choice. Yet she constantly felt bloated, gassy, and tired. When we reviewed her habits, we realized the problem wasn't the eggs, but how she prepared and combined them. With a few simple changes, her energy and digestion improved within weeks. And this is not an isolated case. Most people make several mistakes when eating eggs without realizing it. We're talking about a food consumed daily by millions, but often used the wrong way. That's why it's so important to understand what you're actually eating. A single egg provides complete protein that your body can truly use. It also contains key vitamins for your eyes, bones, skin, and immune system. On top of that, it's one of the best sources of choline, a nutrient essential for memory and brain function, especially as you age. Add to that antioxidants that protect your vision, minerals that strengthen your body, and healthy fats that support overall function. All of this comes in a small, simple, and affordable portion. That's what makes eggs so valuable. But here's the key. All these benefits can be reduced or even turned against you if you make certain mistakes when consuming them. And many of these mistakes seem harmless, but over time, they take a toll on your health. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the most common mistakes people make with eggs in a clear and practical way, so you can fix them from home. Some of these may surprise you, because you've probably been doing them for years without realizing it. Before we get into the first one, understand this. Egg protein is one of the highest quality proteins available. Your body absorbs it best when it's properly cooked. Eggs also provide important nutrients that many people lack, like vitamin D and choline, which directly supports memory and brain health. They can also help maintain muscle mass, which becomes essential after 50, protect your vision, and keep your appetite under control throughout the day. When consumed correctly, eggs are a powerful ally for your health. But if you consume them the wrong way, you lose all those benefits. Let's start with the first mistake, and it's one of the most dangerous: eating raw or undercooked eggs. It may not seem like a big deal, but many people consume eggs without fully cooking them. This happens in smoothies, homemade recipes, or simply because they prefer a very runny yolk. There's a belief that this makes them more natural or more nutritious, but the reality is very different. The first issue is the risk of bacteria like salmonella, which can cause diarrhea, vomiting, fever, and serious dehydration, especially dangerous for older adults or those with weakened immune systems. But there's something else almost no one tells you. Even if the egg isn't contaminated, eating it raw is still a mistake. The egg white contains a compound that blocks the absorption of an essential vitamin. Over time, this can affect your skin, energy levels, hair, and even your mood. And here's the surprising part. Many people eat raw eggs thinking they're getting more protein, but it's actually the opposite. When eggs are properly cooked, your body absorbs nearly twice the protein. Cooking improves their nutritional value. So the solution is simple but important. Cook your eggs well. Make sure the white is fully set and, ideally, the yolk isn't completely raw. This reduces risks and helps your body absorb more nutrients. If you prefer softer textures, there are safer options like pasteurized eggs or proper cooking techniques that preserve flavor without putting your health at risk. Stay with me because what comes next is just as important. There are cooking mistakes that can destroy nutrients without you noticing. And if you eat eggs every day, this could be affecting you more than you think. If this information is helping you see things differently, consider subscribing and sharing this with someone close to you. Many people are making these same mistakes without realizing it, and this could truly make a difference in their health. If you're eating eggs but still feel inflamed, sleepy after meals, or notice no improvement in your health, the issue may not be the eggs, but how you're cooking them and when you're eating them. This is where many people unknowingly lose all the benefits. Pay close attention, because the second mistake is one of the most common and harmful: cooking eggs at very high temperatures, especially frying them in excessive oil. Fried eggs are delicious, no doubt. That golden flavor and crispy texture are hard to resist. But what almost no one explains is what happens inside the egg at those high temperatures. When you cook at very high heat, harmful compounds can form. For example, the cholesterol in eggs, which is normally not an issue, can oxidize under excessive heat. And oxidized cholesterol is linked to inflammation and arterial problems. On top of that, other compounds form that accumulate over time and are associated with accelerated aging, diabetes, and heart disease. And let's not forget the oil. An egg on its own is light, but when you fry it in a lot of oil, you're adding unnecessary calories without realizing it. Over time, this daily excess impacts your weight, energy, and overall health. I remember a patient, Jorge, 62 years old, who was struggling to lose weight despite eating healthy. When we looked closer, he was eating eggs every day, but always fried in a lot of oil. Just by changing how he cooked them, he started seeing improvements within weeks: less heaviness, more energy, and noticeable weight loss. That's why the key is not to stop eating eggs, but to prepare them better. The best options are simple: boiled, poached, steamed, or scrambled over low heat with minimal fat. This way, you preserve nutrients and avoid harmful compounds. If you do choose to fry them occasionally, do it carefully. Use very little oil, avoid high heat, and don't let them burn or get too dark. That small adjustment can make a big difference. Now, even if you're cooking your eggs properly, there's another mistake almost no one considers: the time of day you eat them. It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. I've seen many people eat eggs late at night, right before going to bed, and then wonder why they sleep poorly or wake up feeling heavy. Eggs are nutritious, but they also take time to digest. If you eat them too late, your body doesn't rest properly. This can lead to slow digestion, acid reflux, a feeling of fullness, and even poor sleep quality. On the other hand, when you eat eggs at the right time, the benefits are completely different. For example, at breakfast they help keep you full longer, reduce cravings, and provide steady energy. If you're physically active, they're also a great post-workout option to support muscle recovery. Another key factor is how you combine them. Here comes the fourth mistake, something I see every day: pairing eggs with foods that end up harming your health. Think about a typical breakfast: eggs with bacon, white bread, jam, juice, and coffee. It seems normal, but this combination can lead to inflammation, blood sugar spikes, and heavy digestion. Processed meats like bacon or sausages, especially when cooked at high temperatures with eggs, can form harmful substances. Plus, this combination is high in fat and sodium, which affects heart health over time. Then there's excessive dairy. Eggs with cheese, plus milk, plus yogurt, all in one meal. This can overload your digestion, especially if you have a sensitive stomach, causing bloating and discomfort. There's also a detail many people don't know: drinking coffee right after eating eggs can reduce the absorption of certain nutrients. It's not that coffee is bad, it's that timing matters. Another common mistake is pairing eggs with simple sugars like white bread, juices, or jam. This causes rapid spikes in blood sugar followed by crashes, leaving you tired, hungry again, and craving unhealthy foods. And finally, excess salt. Between what you add during cooking and what's already in other foods, you may end up consuming far more sodium than your body needs, affecting blood pressure and heart health. Now, it's not all mistakes. There are also combinations that enhance the benefits of eggs. Pairing them with vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, onions, or mushrooms improves digestion, adds fiber, and helps your body better absorb nutrients. These are simple changes, but very powerful. In the next part, I'll show you equally important mistakes related to how you store eggs and which parts you might be wasting, because you could be losing benefits without even realizing it. If you've been eating eggs but haven't noticed improvements in your energy, digestion, or overall well-being, the issue may not be the eggs themselves, but how you combine them, store them, or even the quality you're buying. The good news is that this is easy to fix with small changes you can start today. When you combine eggs properly, their benefits increase significantly. For example, pairing them with vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, or onions not only enhances flavor, but also supports digestion and keeps your blood sugar stable. These foods also provide antioxidants that protect your body from internal damage. Another excellent combination is eggs with avocado. This pairing is especially powerful because the healthy fats in avocado help your body better absorb essential vitamins found in eggs. It's a simple way to get more nutrition without complicating your meals. If you choose to include carbohydrates, do it wisely. Go for whole options like oats, quinoa, or true whole grain bread, and keep portions moderate. This gives you steady energy without the spikes that leave you feeling drained later. You can also enhance your eggs with herbs and spices like turmeric, garlic, or parsley. It's not just about flavor. These ingredients help reduce inflammation and provide additional health benefits. And if you enjoy cheese, add a small amount of high-quality cheese, just enough for taste without overloading your system. Now, there's a critical point many people overlook: how you store your eggs. It may seem simple, but doing it wrong can directly affect your health. I've seen cases where small mistakes led to digestive issues or even infections. I remember a patient who always stored eggs in the refrigerator door. He didn't realize that habit was speeding up their spoilage. Here's the truth. The refrigerator door is the area with the most temperature fluctuations, which causes eggs to spoil faster. The best place is inside the fridge, where the temperature stays stable. Another common mistake is washing eggs before storing them. It may seem hygienic, but it actually removes a natural protective layer that keeps bacteria out. The correct approach is to wash them right before cooking, not before storing. It's also important to keep them in their original carton, which helps prevent them from absorbing strong odors from foods like garlic or fish. And if you notice a cracked egg, don't use it, as it can allow harmful bacteria to enter. There's one more thing. Once eggs have been refrigerated, don't leave them out at room temperature for long periods. That change creates moisture on the shell, which can promote contamination. Now let's move to a very common mistake, especially among people trying to eat healthy or lose weight: eating only egg whites. For years, people believed the yolk was unhealthy, but we now know that's not true for most individuals. In fact, when you remove the yolk, you're discarding most of the egg's nutrients. That's where you'll find essential vitamins, key antioxidants for eye health, important minerals, and compounds that support brain function. Eating only egg whites is, in reality, wasting the food. As I often tell my patients, the egg is designed to be eaten whole. And for most healthy people, doing so is not a risk. In my experience, I've seen people who avoided yolks out of fear improve their satiety, energy levels, and even weight control once they started eating whole eggs again. Of course, every body is different. If you have a specific condition, it's best to evaluate it with proper testing and medical guidance. But overall, whole eggs are an excellent choice. And now we come to a key factor that can change everything: the quality of the eggs you buy. Not all eggs are the same. The difference between low-quality and high-quality eggs is much greater than most people think. It's not just about taste, it's about nutritional value. Cheaper eggs often come from systems where hens live in very limited conditions and are fed a less diverse diet. This results in lower nutritional quality. On the other hand, higher quality eggs, such as those from better-raised hens with more natural diets, tend to offer more beneficial nutrients. If possible, prioritize quality over quantity. You don't need to eat more eggs, just choose better ones. Now, don't feel overwhelmed by all this information. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start with one simple adjustment. Maybe improve how you cook them, stop discarding the yolk, or choose a better option at the store. These small, consistent changes are what truly transform your health over time. Your body responds to what you do every day, not what you do occasionally. And when you give it what it needs, it rewards you with more energy, better digestion, and a more active life. If this content is helping you, consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, and sharing this video with someone who needs it. Sometimes, a simple video can truly change someone's life. And before you go, take a brief moment. Give thanks to God for your life, for your body, and for the opportunity to learn how to take better care of yourself. Health also begins with awareness and gratitude. Here on Dr. Gabriel Mena's channel, I'm truly glad to support you with clear, practical information to improve your habits. Tomorrow, we'll have a new video created with you in mind, so I'll see you there. Take care, and start making small changes today that truly matter.